Let's go. We're recording.
Recording.
All right, cool. So thank everybody for being here. First official Alpha Ape AMA. Excuse me if I sound a little out of it. It's been a rough 48 hours, but we pulled through it. Anytime you launch a project, regardless of what chain you're on, there's always a chance for things to happen, which they did, of course, because it wouldn't be crypto unless something happened. So I
Can you
just want
mute
to make
yourself?
sure.
If you, I hear a lot of background noise. I just want everybody to mute themselves if they're not speaking.
Oh, thanks, Charles. Appreciate that. Yeah, so basically why I wanted to touch base to hold this AMA tonight because number one, obviously we launched Sergeant Shib yesterday. It's still launching as far as I'm concerned. Nothing's officially launched until it hits coin market cap. I can fill you in on this. We're shooting for Monday for it to be listed. Once we get all the paperwork submitted, it usually takes less than 24 hours for them to post us. We all know what happens. You go coin market cap, you get listed as a recently added project, and the volume tends to ensue after. So I'm sure a lot of you who have been part of projects, have seen once the coin market cap listings happen. We will not we will not do the coin gecko the same day. To us, it's kind of a waste. So we'll probably shoot for coin gecko listing. I'm going to say Thursday, Monday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Thursday, maybe something like that. But it'll be like either Monday or Tuesday. Coin market cap will go live. Tony's got all the paperwork pretty much done. Again, I've said this many times. For those who claim you have to pay to get listed on there, that's all BS. As long as everything's done properly, then you will get on with no questions asked, which will be good because then we'll actually start to see value in our wallets and value behind the token, which is also a great thing. For those that are here, again, I'm just scrolling through the list to see how many new names are here. Couple, not many, but a couple. So, I talked a lot today. I was in and out of the voice chat past couple days, just explaining the whole vision of Alpha Ape and everything that goes, along with it. Alpha Ape was started about 9 months ago. It was a project originally launched to be a token itself. Tony was involved from the beginning. The original dev kind of said, what, they backed out. Tony, was like, I have pretty much a lot of this tech already done. I want to roll with this. So Tony continued to stay on, scrapped making the whole token portion of it and said, I'm going to focus more on, the wallet, the swap, the NFT marketplace, that sort of thing, the tech behind it. Him and Kevin released Defender of Doge in November, right? Yeah, November launch.
Yeah.
They brought me on, like right around the time, because they know I share in the same beliefs they do, that this whole DeFi thing right now is just very, very screwed up. There's a lot of people getting scammed out of a lot of different things every single day. And the whole Alpha Ape mentality is, once our exchange goes live, we will only be posting vetted projects only. I know I sound like a broken record for a lot of you. Have heard me say this before. You have to meet certain criteria to make it onto any of our platforms. That's just something that we're going to hold a higher standard to for all these DeFi projects trying to get listed nowadays. You can't pay to get on our exchange. We will not accept money for it. That's not how we work. The whole structure itself of Alpha Ape is based around, by chance, it happens to be that Defender of Doge is now the utility token for every service that we're going to offer. It's a very long story. Don't really want to drag it out, but anybody who's interested in hearing it, I'll be in and out of voice chat all week talking about these things. So Defender of Doge is the utility token behind Alpha Ape. You know what? I'm going to tell a story real quick. We decided on doing this because when the team originally launched Defender of Doge on Pink Sale, we had about 500 BNB pledged to hit hard cap. Pink Sale's complete site shut down. Nobody could do anything that day. Projects were failing left and right. So instead of scrapping the entire pre-sale, they did an emergency stop and relaunched it on DX sale within a matter of a half hour. But when you make a change like that, especially in crypto, people get spooked, so we didn't draw nearly anywhere near that amount of BNB to come over to Defender of Doge, which was originally meant to be a meme coin, right? That's all it was, but it was a meme coin that was going to build community trust to show what Alpha Ape's truly about. I say things happen for a reason. It's actually better that it happened this way because the people we ended up with as holders of Defender of Doge are probably, I couldn't have handpicked better people to be a part of that community. And they all see the vision, they all see what we're trying to accomplish. So we made the decision as a team to say, this is what we're going to do. Any service that we offer for Alpha Ape, a project that wants to get listed with us has to hold X amount of Defender of Doge. That's all kind of in the Alpha Ape white paper. I don't really want to go over every single detail of it, but you'll hear me again as we continue to talk about things and what role Defender of Doge plays in it. Uh, obviously, Sergeant Shib is a big one, just launched. We have a lot of, no marketing's been done. I know a lot of people always ask when the marketing is going to happen. We believe in our actions speak for themselves. Will we market? Yes, absolutely. We're going to market. CoinMarketCap's one of the biggest marketers there is. Um, when our wallet launches, which is again, now that our community has actually grown even bigger, since we added another one, we'll be giving out to a select few beta testers for the wallet. Tony's hoping to have that out by middle of next week, I think, or end of next week. Um, so a bunch of you guys will be able to try that before he submits the final version to. It's the Apple App Store is the hardest. The Android one is not hard at all. Actually, they just came out with another iOS update the other day, so I'm sure Tony loved that one because he has to redo things every time they do that. But that's like there. And we were talking about the quality thing earlier on today that we're not going to just rush something out that's not ready. Uh, Another huge marketing. It's the attention to the details, right? So when this app launches, it's a DeFi only. I'll say it like this. I'm a huge fan of SafePal. I've said it before many a times. Take SafePal and convert it basically to strictly DeFi, and that's what the Alpha Ape wallet will be. With the option to buy DeFi with fiat, with the Alpha Ape cash card. Whole lot of moving parts are involved in behind this. It's all like I know a lot of you are newer because you just came in for the whole Sergeant Shib part of it, but I'm trying to just give you the back end story of that. We're not just one token or one project. We have a lot of things coming. So when you download the Alpha Ape wallet, there will be two tokens preloaded in that wallet. It'll be Defender of Doge and Sergeant Shib. Obviously there won't be anything in there, but the logos will be there. So you want to talk about advertising, it's huge, right? You can still store your ETH, your Bitcoin, whatever you want on there, except it's tailored strictly for DeFi only. Tony can get into a lot more specifics. We're going to set up a midday AMA at some point because he is in Finland, and right now it's about 4 o'clock in the morning, which he might even be up for all I know, but leaving him alone for now. Um, that's kind of like so the Alpha Ape team itself. We're launching the NFT marketplace that was going to drop this week before actually the pre-sale, but we said, you know what? Let's get this out of the way first and get that rolling. I could touch on a little bit of that, if you guys want. I can explain a little bit how that's going to work. So the Alpha Ape NFT marketplace is a little different. You can mint with 3 blockchains right off the bat, right? ETH, Polygon, BSC. We are not implementing. So this is something I've been talking to a lot of NFT artists a lot over the past 2 weeks and asking them what their biggest, you know, doubts, not doubts. I don't want to say it. Their biggest flaws they see with other NFT platforms that they deal with, such as OpenSea. And I'm not claiming we're going to be the next OpenSea or anything like that. Not off the bat anyway. But I've taken all of their feedback and I've approached Tony with it and said, hey Tony, this is what they're having problems with. Can we fix this and address this for the NFT community? And I've told everybody when Tony says yes, I know it's going to happen because he's not going to tell me he can do it and then just not do it. And the more you guys get to know Tony, the more you'll understand that. Um, One of the biggest things that we've seen that we've gotten a lot of requests from is the fact to upload music for the NFT. Evidently, a lot of platforms are having trouble with that. Tony says it's not a big deal, so that'll be in there, which is a huge draw to a lot of musicians just getting into the space. Which I know everybody's gonna say, "Well, what does this have to do with Sergeant Shib?" Oh, it'll get to that. Um, Another thing we're going to be doing too, which no other platform right now does, is we are going to be giving people the opportunity to mint and sell for what we like to call DeFi stable coins. So you'll be able to mint and sell for, we're going to start with, I believe, three to start off with, maybe four, but it's going to be Shiba, Safe Moon, and Baby Doge to start. So you'll be able to, you pay the gas fees for whatever chain it's on, right? So if it's Shiba, and you're minting it, it's still on the ETH blockchain. So unfortunately, you have to spend the ETH gas fees to mint it because we are not putting in the lazy mint function yet. And the reason why we're not doing that is because you tend to just get too many people just posting a lot of stuff that, just because it's free, right? They can upload any picture they want and it's just there. We're kind of going back to the old school way for when you actually, the artist had to mint the NFT before it was sold, which, that's kind of the way it still should be, but I get it. They did it for gas reasons, right? To make it, because otherwise nobody would buy NFTs because these artists would spend thousands of dollars minting them. Again, that's your choice on what blockchain you want to use. Um, but that's something really cool that we've implemented as far as giving the options to stay within DeFi. Because we all know Shiba communities, SafeMoon communities, they don't want to spend, they want to keep the tokens within the project, within the family, so to speak. So, if there's a big Shiba artist who wants to mint NFTs, he can now accept Shiba as a form of payment for his art. Um, I can get into extreme details with the NFT marketplace. I'll do that at another time because we just got so much to go on with. Made the decision today. I know a lot of people are interested in staking. Um, we do offer staking right now as part of one of our services on the Alpha Ape network. Currently, right now, you could stake Defender of Doge to earn Sergeant Shib. Turbo, he's not in here, I don't think, but he's the one who said it the best. Right now, obviously, if you buy Defender of Doge, you stake it, right? So you're buying Defender of Doge, you're staking it to earn Sergeant Shib, which in return is earning you Shiba reflections. So it's three tokens for the price of one. Problem is, when we first started the staking, where there was a minimum of 3 billion tokens you had to hold of Defender of Doge to stake. In a good way, the price has gone up. Right now, it's about $700 to do it. So, thinking around and kicking around, we always want to be open to everybody. So, what we're going to do now is we are going to implement for, they say micro investors. I guess we're going to go with that term. Um, but it's going to open it up to a lot more people that want to stake Defender of Doge to earn Sergeant Shib right now. So it's going to be, I believe, 0.25 worth of DoD you have to hold to be able to stake. Um, the APY rewards are not going to be as high as the 3 billion holder club, obviously, because that's just not fair, right? I mean, those people, and you can graduate your way up to that too. I mean, because you can stake and then restake, and then you'll be at that level where you can go and go that far if you want to. Um, but that's something that, I talked it out with the community today. They loved the idea. I checked in, with the team. I said, "What do you guys' thoughts on this?" They were all for it. So that's a great way to obviously get more things flowing and give people the opportunity to get in there and be a part of something as well. Um, Again, I know a lot of people today were having problem collecting the Shiba rewards. Tony had put out two updates. First one went through. It was set at, no, I'm sorry. So the first one went through because originally what had happened is, backstory is, you do tests on the test net before you launch a contract, right? You do it no matter what blockchain you're on. You run it on the test net. You're never going to know. While yes, it might work flawlessly on the test net, when you go onto the main net, you're going to hit a snag. It happens all the time with a lot of different things, always. Uh, for some reason, when it first launched, it was set at you were only the only people that were getting that dividend tracker were people that held 100 billion tokens, right? Um, I'm sorry, I was reading a message. So it's set at 100 billion tokens. Um, Obviously, that's crazy. That's not the case. So then Tony had to slowly readjust it. Then it was that's why everybody was like, "Oh, if you hold 1 billion, you'll get it." Uh, that was the first update just to get it like the cycle rolling. And now there is no minimum, obviously. And actually, what the second update did was Pancake Swap. The router itself holds, I believe, 4.8 trillion Sergeant Shib tokens, right? That is always supposed to be excluded from getting the Shiba rewards, right? Because a wallet that holds that much is going to be collecting and taking away from everybody else, right? Because they're getting the bulk of the rewards. Like you'll see the other wallets that we have, I know a lot of people are going to ask why the 50% is unlocked. I'll get to that as well. All those are excluded from the SHIB rewards, right? So that doesn't affect anybody. So that's what that second update was for. So a lot of people had to go in and buy one token. If anybody is having problems still, DM me, uh, shoot me your wallet address. I'll make sure it's a top priority that it goes to Tony. Tony will look into it. He's very good about all that stuff, and hopefully it's something very easy to fix. And I'm sure it probably is. But again, it does have to do with volume, right? Um, And you know what? We knew coming in that it was going to be a slow rollout, right? And that's kind of why we did the pre-sale the way we did. Because we could have just opened it up publicly and it probably would have sold out really quick. But the more you get to know us as a team, the more you're going to realize that we're not in this for fast money. We're not in this for to make anybody feel uncomfortable. Our main goal is to really bring trust into the DeFi space because a lot of people know my backstory. Before I joined this team, I was pretty much done with DeFi. I was like, you know what, I'm done with this because I'm done chasing green candles or getting involved with things where I go to bed at night and I try to come back in the morning and I can't get my money because it's been rug pulled. Not every project is that way, obviously, but unfortunately, nowadays, more and more of it is happening. It's appearing every single day, every minute of every day. And that's what Alpha Ape tends to our goal is to be the gold standard for it. So like when a new project launches and the community says to them, well, why aren't you on the Alpha Ape exchange? Uh, and they say, well, we're not there. We want it to be like everybody. It's like a mandatory thing to be there because you're dealing with legit projects on our platforms. Sergeant Shib is one. Defender of Doge is the other as well. Uh, all market let me say how am I explain this. So all fees collected, whether it's NFT mint fees, whether it's swap fees from our exchange, from wallet, it all gets fed back into the feeder system, gets added to the Sergeant Shib liquidity, Defender of Doge liquidity. Everything is happy. It works all in one together. One big happy family. That's what this is. And that's why I said, you know what, instead of hosting two different AMAs every week, I'm like, I'm by myself tonight, obviously, but we have more people that will be on here with me. I said, let's just combine it because I can't talk about one without talking about the other. I know some of you are here strictly for the Sergeant Shib, and I get that. That's cool. I just wanted to kind of fill you guys in on what we have going on as well. And a lot of people that have been in this community since day one can attest to the fact that we're different. We're a different breed than a lot of these other things. These Telegram groups, these projects. We're not an echo chamber. We always have a lot of different things moving and a lot of things going on. So to us, this is where we begin to build our second token, and which is Sergeant Shib, and I do see big plans for it. For those, I know a bunch of you guys have started earning some very good rewards already. Just imagine, and that's only from yesterday to today, where yeah, we did, I don't know, 40,000, 20,000 in volume, whatever the case may be. Is I'm not a guy that looks at the chart like that. I mean, yeah, do I glance at it? Sure, but I'm not one that sits there like, oh, is this price going to go up? Because I believe our products speak for themselves and it'll sell itself as well. and I'm not taking it away that of course, we're going to market because I know a lot of people ask that question. We're going to do marketing, but again, our product will sell itself. Don't want to ramble too much. I'm just trying to think here of what else did we talk about earlier today. I know we put out that sort of like newsletter earlier on that kind of answered a lot of the most common questions that we were getting over the past 24 hours. But I really wanted to just take the time just to get in here to kind of like introduce myself, kind of explain to you uh, what we are, what we're about. I can go on for 4 hours. I won't do it. I promise. I will be jumping into the voice chats very often going forward to kind of answer questions as we go because I know you guys want to stay informed, right? You want to hear what's going on. And that's one thing that everybody here can say. I don't hold anything back. What I find out, you guys find out. Will I hold out a name or something that I might, find out before everybody else? Yeah, of course. But like whatever we have in the works coming, I'm upfront and honest. People say I'm too honest, right? But it's just the way I live. It's the way I've always been. And I'm gonna keep it. I always say, like, there was no dev wallets, right? There was no dev wallets. I bought in just like everybody else did. And my whole thing is we get rich together or we go broke together. But I'm not gonna be the one running away. It's not gonna I'll be right there with you. But long-term vision of us with Sergeant Shib, Defender of Doge, Alpha Ape is to become, again, the gold standard of DeFi. And there's just so much in the works. I really urge you guys go over to alphaape.net, take a look at the white paper. Um, White paper is being worked on. It's I don't even know how many pages it's going to end up being because there's so many things that get added in, and we constantly come up with new ideas almost daily, and we find out that we can make them work, right? And we're not going to give you false hope. I'm not here to gaslight you and give you concrete deadlines and say this, like, because anything can happen. We know this, right? But I'll never lie to you. I have no reason to. There's no reason for me to sit here and say, "Oh, go buy Sergeant Shib right now. You guys, we're going to the moon. Fill your bags. Do this." It's common sense, guys, right? We're going to get listed on CoinMarketCap. You're gonna get that pump. It happens all the time. Use your heads. Just do what you feel comfortable though. Again, I'm not forcing you to do any of that. And for those who don't know, we do have the same anti-whale mechanism with the buyback and burn function in Sergeant Shib that we do with Defender of Doge. And you can always this is what makes people very, very comfortable when it comes to our projects because if say we do get a big dump, right? People start dumping like crazy. What'll happen is when the protocol X is what Tony designed it to be, the buyback will kick in and bring us back to that certain floor. It might not always bring us right back up to where we were, but it's always going to recover us. So that's another thing too. And it's bought with real BNB. It gets burned, so it's burning real money. I kind of touched on this last night when we were jumping in and out, but that's just another whole part of the anti-whale mechanism. Yes, there is only right now. It's not a forever thing because we also took into consideration, right? We have a lot of Defender of Doge holders that wanted to come into Sergeant Shib, right? We were like, we are not going to let you guys dump that project to come into this. We're just not going to do it because you're ruining one community, and we're all really truly one community. It's the Alpha Ape community when you look at it. So yes, max TX limits were lowered over there. Um, Tony, I don't know what they are right now in Sergeant Shib, but again, this is just temporary, and he's doing it just to protect the project for the first like 48 hours or whatever it is, which is understandable. I respect that, from because I would do the same thing if I was a dev and I had the ability to. I would say you're not going to just come in and we don't believe in one person being able to control a project. That's not what we believe in. We believe, it sounds cheesy. We say it all the time. We're going to treat the janitor with the same respect as his CEO. $20 investor to us is the same as a $20,000 investor. You don't get any special treatment for having more money in life. Not in my eyes. Uh, you know, like Charles says it the best, 20 bucks could feed a family for a whole week in another country. So that's just the code that we live by. And that's why I'm part of this team. because it's the same beliefs that I have. And I don't want to ramble too much because I've already been going for like a half hour and I can get carried away. I want to open it up to you guys because I'm sure there's some sort of questions that you guys have.
I have a question. So, do you know when approximately the NFT marketplace should be out?
I'm gonna go ahead and say I would say so. So I'll touch on that briefly too. So we've been working with a couple of I've only really learned like the lingo for the NFT stuff, like the blue check or blue
Blue
chip,
chip,
I guess
blue
blue
chip, yeah.
chip NFTs. So I've been dealing with a guy who's very, very well connected in the NFT marketplace. And we don't want to just open up an NFT marketplace with a blank canvas, right? We want to open it with a couple featured artists. So there's stuff on there when it's released. So we're shooting for, again, it was gonna be this week. I would say next week, um, midweek, maybe Thursday, Friday, towards the end. Because again, we want to get those artists in there. Um, and I could touch on that again too, Piff, because I know you're very interested in that. The difference with our marketplaces, guys, it's not just another marketplace; it's all social hubs that we have built into. So if you're a featured NFT artist on our platform, you get basically it's a dedicated page for you, and it's got its own chat function in there where people can come in and actually talk to the artist. They can actually make a an offer in real time because a lot of the NFT people that are big into this, they have no way to communicate with their potential customers, right? It's always they have to go find them and DM them, and they make an offer that way, and it's just there's no real like interaction. So we decided to do that for featured artists that we're going to give them that. Not every artist can get it, obviously, because there would be 700 pages on the Alpha Ape NFT marketplace. So, but it will. It's going to be a really cool design. If you go to alphaape.net right now, there's just like a semi test page up. You could actually type in there if you want to talk to people. It says charts and chat. Each NFT artist will have that if you're a featured artist in your selected room with your artwork. And that goes for the same with any project that joins Alpha Ape as well. You'll have your own social hub network where we require, a person from your team to be there at least, 6 to 8 hours a day to ask or answer questions from people regarding your project. Sorry, Piff, ran with that a little bit. Just wanted to touch on that as well.
Cool. So I kind of have a collection. Can I send it over to you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, listen, again, it's going to be based on you're going to have the choice. Do you want to mint it on ETH? Do you want to mint it on Polygon? You want to mint it on BSC? Those three are out the box, ready to go. Tony is working, like I said, with the Shiba, Safe Moon, and Baby Doge as the first three. Again, we call them DeFi stablecoins because we know they're not going anywhere, right? We're not going to just put up any old token to do whatever. Obviously, we're going to do Sergeant Shiv as well because we're not going anywhere. So there's a lot of potential when it comes to that.
Any more questions? If you have a question, feel free to hit the blue button. It'll turn green and you can ask your question.
So, Mikey, when exchange will be launched on the March 1st or it will be later?
The actual exchange or the wallet?
Actual exchange itself, along with the wallet.
Well, so what'll happen is the wallet will come out first. Tony's timeline is March 1st for sure, because again, he wants to beta test it with you guys. That'll come out first, and then not long after that, the exchange will be there itself. Because they're kind of going hand in hand. We want to make sure everything works mobilely first, and then launch the exchange part of it. And again, if you guys work with any projects, any projects that are looking for a home, it's not just a launch. It's not just an exchange, but it's an IDO launch pad. We're going to be hosting pre-sales, liquidity lockers, token lockers. I've told, many times I've told the story, there is no customer service in DeFi. The one thing with Alpha Ape that's different is if you're a project and you want to be listed with us, obviously there's certain requirements of KYC, auditing, which we will be doing too. We'll have a contracting auditing part of our services as well. Um, if you come to us and want to do that sort of thing, you'll have a dedicated person that'll be with you, like I don't want to call them your customer care rep, maybe from beginning to end. So you're not alone. You go to launch a pre-sale nowadays, you know, good luck going trying to get help from Pink Sale or DX Sale if something's not working right. That's just trial and error. You just lose a ton of money making simple mistakes. Where if you had somebody that you could actually communicate with, again, just we're trying to make DeFi a better place for everybody.
Perfect, man. Hey, Mike, I just wanted to touch base on a couple things with Sergeant Sheeb. Can you touch base on the charity part? I know a lot of these people, they may not have gone through the white paper, but can you touch base on them about the charity part of it? It's not a charity token, understand that, guys, but these guys do give back.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Charles. And the reason why is I don't really, it's just because I'm just doing it, right? So it's not something, so we're working with 3 organizations, Wounded Warriors. Don't put me on a spot like this. Now I have to pull up the thing. Charles, do you have it in front of you?
I can tell you. Yeah, I can put the
Yeah,
picture. I'm going to post
Second Chance.
Operation Second Chance.
Yeah.
Okay. Wounded Warriors, Operation Second Chance. What was the third one again?
I'm getting the picture right here so you guys so they can all see it as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's Second Chance in National Military Family Association.
Yes. So, long story short, I come from a long line of military personnel. Both of my cousins are serving right now. Paratroopers, they jump out of planes. I don't know what they do. It's crazy to me, but it's something that it hits home for a lot of people. Us as community owners, project owners, we are going to be donating ourselves to these projects, right? Because it's just something that we said it's time to kind of give back. So what'll happen is the buyback and burn wallet, right? We've burned, if you go and look at Defender of Doge, again, keep in mind we're burning actual BNB every time we do it. It's not a made up thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take a small portion of that every quarter. We're going to do it. Jules gave me the idea because at first I was like, maybe we should do it monthly, and she's like, no, do it quarterly. The team, like myself, we're going to match whatever it is. It's not going to be crazy from the burn wall. So I don't want anybody to think like we're taking this and oh, this is going to be like, it's all going to be well documented. Like you can see, we're going to make sure that it's 100% transparent for you guys to see where it's going. Still 95% of it's going to get burned, but instead of burning 100%, we said, let's just give a little bit of this back to people that fight every day for our freedoms. You can't ask for a better cause. I know people have different political views in life, but the one thing for sure is that, military, whether American or not, and we've said this many a times, anywhere around the world, if you know of a local charity that's in need of help, reach out to us. We have the website on there. I think it's helpahero@sergeantshib.com. We're happy to work with anybody. We just want to make sure it's going to a legit place. That's not something we're trying to like really throw out there and advertise because, a lot of projects, unfortunately nowadays, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of them that do a lot of good, but more and more people are starting to use this as their advantage. It's a charity. They're taking, whatever. Go to alphaape.net. We've adopted one so far. We've adopted an ape from the Great Ape Sanctuary in Florida. His name is Bubbles. If anybody knows, nobody believed me at first when I told you guys, but Bubbles was Michael Jackson's monkey. If anybody remembers, we adopted him. Everybody's like, no, he's dead. No. We adopted him. And of course, he's not ours, right? So when you adopt him, you sponsor him. You get the certificate. We get like Christmas cards, pictures of him. It's just something we do from our community to give back. And what's really cool is because if, you guys are all part of the Alpha Ape community now, anytime anybody actually wants to go visit any of the apes that we adopt, we can get you in there because it's not open to the public. It's a sanctuary. It's you know, it's by like invite or reservation only. So that's just another cool little thing that we do. Again, we're not asking for money for any of this stuff. We're kind of just doing it, and it's just the type of people we are. You know, we give back, and the military thing to me, again, it hits home. Um, Political views aside, you know, I know it's a very touchy subject nowadays, but you know, we all know that everybody knows somebody who sacrificed one way or another. And you know, a lot of times soldiers come home, you know, they go there, and I'm just speaking from family, you know, from I've seen it happen, you know, and they need help when they get back. You know, it's not easy to get jobs sometimes, especially if you've actually been in active combat like my uncle was. You know, it's not an easy task. So that's just one of the things that we're doing because you know it's with the whole sergeantship thing, and it's again not a charity token. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. You know, Charles, actually, thank you for bringing that up because I would have totally forgot because it's not something to me that's while it's there, right? You know, and what we want to do is we're going to schedule it to 501c, right? I believe brain's a little bit of a mush right now. That later on down the line, if anybody does want to donate to any of these charities, there'll be community wallets where yes, you can donate and use it as a tax write-off. They're working out the logistics ends of that already, and that'll all be handled down the line. So
perfect. I just wanted, I just think that, you know, that's a big thing to me, and it's a big thing to a lot of guys who did serve and a lot of people who, you know, did, because, you know, it's just an awesome aspect that you guys don't look for notoriety for that. I always kind of push it out to you guys, and it's because it is something that's bigger than, you know, some people see it. But also as well, another thing on Sergeant Sheep that I know you can't talk much about it because you're not developing it, but the play to earn aspect, just to let them know that there is something that is evolving, you know, that you guys are using, and to give the community something to do to earn. And can you explain that a little bit about how the NFTs rank you up and things like that?
Oh yeah, so basically what we did, if you go on the website,
I posted it in the main chat as well.
Okay,
There,
so
the
I'll
play
start
to
with the
earn
play to
section.
earn games. So the game is going to be an actual play to earn game. I told the story the other day. I went in and you know, I went and played this guy. This person's like, hey, listen, we launched this project. You know, would you consider launching it on Alpha Ape? You know, if we meet the requirements. I said, cool. Send me the game. I want to go play it. I want to see what it's about. So it's Space Invaders, and I'm playing it. And I spent, I don't know, it was like 0.002 BNB to play, and I'm playing. First time I died because I didn't know what keys to hit on the keyboard or whatever. So I died, and it's like, okay, deposit more to play again. I did it. And then I won the first round. I get to the first round, next round, and they're like, okay, deposit more. And I'm like, well, what the hell am I keep depositing? I'm not winning. I thought this was play to earn. Like you're supposed to get something for this. But whatever. That's just the story I've experienced. Again, I haven't really jumped into that whole thing yet. But the game Steve is our other developer who's going to handle more of the gaming aspect of the thing. Tony will help him for sure, but Steve's building it where Sergeant Shib, there's going to be, everybody wanted a shooter game. Don't know if we're really going to go that whole route. There might be some aspect of it. I don't think you're going to be out there actually killing like people thing, but like, yeah, there might be some cool stuff, but you're going to be able to earn Sergeant Shib as, you know, you play for it for a very, very minimal cost. It's not going to be something crazy because I've heard of other games charging an astronomical amount of money to play them, which is ridiculous to me. The reward system is kind of a cool. So what we're going to do here is actually, thank you for reminding me that too, because we have the sweep widget that we have to announce the winner of. Obviously, we gave away that brand new iPad. I haven't checked on that sweep widget in a while. I don't know where it stands, but it's there. So with that, the first 10 people. So the reward system is this. Before I see this, what happens? I start jumping all over the place. So
I posted in the main chat so you can see it there. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. So keeping with the theme, right, of the Shiba Army, the ranks and stuff. So we're gonna be doing like weekly. I don't want to call them I guess yeah, you can call them contest sort of things, where there's going to be certain tasks to be done, and you can earn your way through the ranks, right? So the first stage you'll become a private in the ship army. You'll get a custom NFT free. Obviously, you're not paying for it. It'll state that you're a private in the ship army, which will be hosted on the Alpha Ape NFT marketplace. That's where it'll come from. Then you'll work your way up. You'll become a private first class, and then we'll make your way up to a corporal. We're going to be doing, just it's something to keep community engagement involved. Whether it's okay, you have to hit X amount of tweets with a like or a comment and earn things, but it's not going to just be for the NFT. We're actually going to be using, and I talked to Tony about it today. We're going to be doing a lot of Shiba reward giveaways. So that'll be cool, as long as sergeantship as well. But that's just something again to keep community more involved. Give everybody something to look forward to do instead of just sitting in a telegram saying when Lambo, when Moon. That gets kind of old really really fast. Alpha Ape. I'm just checking our roadmap here. Release of sergeantship the game. Yes, we talked about that. Sergeantship recruitment training, which is basically what I just spoke about, which this roadmap needs to be updated, which hasn't been done yet, but that's okay. Yeah, no, Charles, thank you for that, because I would have completely forgot about that as well.
Oh yeah, just man, that's what I'm here for, man. I love it. Sergeant Sheep excites me, so I study it a lot. I look at a lot of different things, because it's a lot of different moving parts to the whole ecosystem, social system, whatever you want to call it. It's a lot of moving parts, and it all makes sense. That's what makes the most sense at the end. It all makes sense, and what you guys are doing are awesome. That's why I like to bring up parts that may have been forgotten, and that the little small parts, that matter to a lot, because this play to earn game is going to be in the metaverse. That is the evolution of crypto, and everybody's going to the gaming now. They've taken the game into the metaverse. Sergeant Shib is on top of it. It is putting a play to earn game in the metaverse. And just like Alpha Ape, it's an evolved wallet. It's on Web3. It's all built on top of a Web3 platform. All of those things are like things that are about to be released that's already up to date with evolution. So it's amazing what you guys are doing, and we appreciate it, and you guys keep going. So I'm gonna let the community ask some questions if they have any. So,
hey Mike, I got a question. Somebody DM me. Well, I've got it several times today, but it's about staking. People wanted to know when their staking rewards will get put into their wallets, and I've told them, you guys already said 3 to 5 days. I just wanted to let everybody know. I mean, if the answers change, great. If not, so be it. But I mean, there's a lot going on the last 2 days.
I think what Tony's is actually going to start that tomorrow. I think he's going to start going through, and I know he works very closely with you guys, Turbo as well. So yes, whatever. Again, I didn't really get involved in that whole thing, but he told me tomorrow that's one of the main things he has to start working on, is getting the SHIB out to people who staked.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody knows that they're not forgotten. We know it.
No, and I know thank you for bringing it up too, because some people they freaked out a little bit, right? Because the other day, obviously, the staking showed nobody had any stakes left, and it's because there was an update, obviously, and MetaMask was the only one to update first, and Trust Wallet and Safe Power lagging behind that. But everything is still safe; it's still secure, and Tony will definitely start that tomorrow. So
appreciate it.
I have a question about 6 month and 1 year stakes, because they get paid out monthly. So when they start to pay out the sergeantship rewards to people that staked, if you created a year stake on, let's say, the 16th, would it start getting paid out every 16th of the month, or would it start getting paid out once Tony activates it on a set date every month? or would it be, you know what I'm trying to say, or would it start?
Yeah, no, absolutely, I understand. Another great question that I'll deflect to Tony. I'm sure. Again, I don't know how he sets up how it goes out because I don't know really the technicals behind that part of it. But I would assume it would be, like you said, the 16th. It would come out on the 16th, or whatever the case may be. That's just me guessing. But I want Tony tomorrow definitely because to hop in, the voice chat at some point to kind of give everybody a rundown on that because it's one of the things that's really on the top of his priority list to get done. So
Thank you.
yeah, sure.
I just want to say thanks to Charles for all the hours he's putting in on all the mods too. But for the most part, everybody pulled off an awesome job yesterday, in my opinion. So thank you.
You guys are
Thank you,
amazing, every single
Charles.
one of you, for sure. Every single one of you, man. Yesterday was a tough day, but it's to be expected anytime, you launch something and then like I said, you run into problems and that's what happens. But thankfully we have a dev like Tony where he can do the things that I've never seen happen before, and get it done as quickly as he does. Because again, when these errors happen, it's not always just an easy oops, let me unplug it and like restart the system and it's going to work. Like he's got to go in line by line and change things. So, and he didn't sleep. I mean, that's the God's honest truth. He slept at most a half hour, which I even doubt that he did, knowing him, just to make sure, because he's a very community first guy, just like I am. That's why I'm here. It's because of guys like him, so he's
And
definitely,
I
all
want
of
to
you
say
guys are
something
great.
also, Mike. Sorry to interrupt, but I have to say, my gals were taken care of so well yesterday that I have to give a
Appreciate it.
big shout out to everybody. I know it's a group effort, and the efforts do not go unnoticed. And I thank you guys so much. And honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. And the respect in all the rooms is superb and top tier. So thank you for maintaining that, everybody. And thank you for all my gals that are here. And thank you for the mods for treating everybody so kindly and helping yesterday. Love you guys so much.
Appreciate that, Jules. Yeah, again, we're trying, this is all about a safe space for everybody in this DeFi community. Because again, we've said it many, many times that if you haven't been rug pulled before, you probably haven't been in crypto too long. It's a very sickening feeling. It's like somebody coming into your house and just, I don't know if anybody's ever been burglarized before. I have. I wish it on nobody. It's one of the worst feelings in the world. Come home to find out somebody's been in your house and taking your stuff. It's kind of like going through that to a way in a point, and it sucks. And that's one of the things we're really, really trying to eliminate. Of course, we're not going to be able to solve the world problem of it, but our little part that we can do while strengthening the community and bringing a lot more education to DeFi, that's really, really what we're about. And it's not about the money to us. I'll say the story again. There's a few people in here that haven't said it. 3 weeks ago, I was sent $250,000 worth of Bitcoin. It was legit. The guy was going to make a private deal to get into the Alpha Ape network. Turned out the guy was a scammer, and I still sent him his money back. So if that, and this is not me trying to blow smoke to say I'm this, whatever, that, or whatever.
That's facts. That's facts.
It's just who I am. I mean, it's $250,000 that a guy who I've never met in real life, that I talked to on Telegram, sent me $250,000, and I sent it back. And it's just because that's who I am, and I don't want to be from where I'm from. Number one, if you take $250,000, you're not coming home the next night. But that's besides the point. I don't care about that. It's not the right way to do things. Not the way I was raised. Not the way I raised my kids. I mean, you got to try to, in this world that we live in now, it's a little effed up out there. So if we can kind of make any difference in the world, that's what we're doing for sure.
I also want to say, sorry, the chart looks beautiful. So thank you guys. And the launch was beautiful. And thank you again. And it's just lovely to look at. So just wanted to get that in there.
Yeah, and again, like I said, this is not, I call this like the soft launch. Like this is the kind of like the soft launch, get our feet wet, like everybody get comfortable, water's warm, come in, pour yourself a drink, because it gets crazy. And I mean, people know that have been a part of projects, man. It's the coin market cap is eminent. It's not like a lot of these projects. And again, I'm not bad mouthing them. They go into their communities day after day and say the same thing and promise things that are unrealistic, that are never going to happen. They talk about fast tracking coin market cap listings. That's not a real thing. That's a lie. If you hear somebody say that in the community, they're lying to you. They don't pay for that sort of thing. And if they are, they're getting scammed by somebody. Okay. Or they're paying somebody to do paperwork, which is even worse. Because if you can't even do the basic paperwork to get on coin market cap, you shouldn't own a project to begin with. So that will happen. I mean, we've done it with Defender of Doge. We've done it with other projects. That's a given. It's just we're deciding on when to do it, right? I don't want to do it obviously 24 hours after we launch. I want to make sure, like we said, everybody was established. They were able to claim their tokens. Thankfully, imagine if we did do a coin market cap listing today and nobody was getting their Shiba rewards. Just to think what would have happened. Everybody would have been asked out at that point, and it would have just been a total chaos from all the new investors coming in. So that's why we've decided to push things along a little bit.
Also, as well, Alpha, I know you're in here. Alpha is taking up on his time as well, dedicating a lot of his time. He is checking both the user base and the ones that are already assigned their sheeps, and he's kind of matching in the ones that aren't matched. We're trying to get them their sheep, because we do understand that there may be some people that's not on Telegram, but we're putting some things together also as well to make sure but I'm pretty sure Tony will probably have all of that handled when he does get up. He's going to get up working, but just to let everyone know that we are working on something as well to make sure that all wallets get listed on that so they get their rewards.
For sure. I mean, Tony, so there was an option, right? So what we could have done is airdropped everybody 1 or 2 sergeant ship tokens, which we were going to do. It was just a matter of time of doing it to make sure those they got into your thing. So we were like, instead, just go buy a token, whatever, just anything to get it in the wallet, to get that deployer in there, just so, because people wanted to see the Shiba rewards coming. But Charles, that's a great point, because Tony will be doing that. It's a lot of work, but going through everybody to make sure they have that in their wallet. Because some people probably
we're helping him. We're helping him. We're getting that list together for him so he can just check through the list. So we're helping him. So I know he's busy, man.
Just to bring you up to speed on it, Charles, there's 234 wallets. When I pulled the data, there's 150 that have the deployer. I've got 7 more to match that I'm working on right now, and then I'll get you the list. And then everybody who's not there, that's who needs the token airdrop or to buy. So it'll literally be done within an hour. I've been working on it most of the day.
I appreciate you, Alpha, man. I tell you, when I say right-hand henchman, man, right-hand henchman with the numbers and the spreadsheets, man, you guys are awesome.
Well, it's almost done. That's
great.
6 more.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, because you know what? A lot of people came in, they might have bought, and they haven't obviously checked Telegram or stuff like that. And thank you guys for helping Tony with that. That's a major, major help. So I mean, these are the things, like, just take our time, make sure everything's done right. The volume will come, the money will come. A lot of people sold. Yeah, actually, I don't even know if a lot of people did sell yesterday. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I've been around it so long. Again, like I told you, I don't really sit there and hawk the chart like that, because I just know, number one, our buyback wallet will always bring us back to a steady floor. Again, it won't reach, I'm not saying it'll always bring us back to an all-time high, but it'll bring us back to a nice mid-ranged floor. That's what it's designed to do, which makes me sleep at night if I ever do sleep. And that's kind of where we're at. I mean, I could talk for 3 hours about what we have planned for Alpha Ape. I don't want to bore anybody to sleep, but keep the questions coming because I'm sure we have a few.
I have one. What is I missed like the start of the AMA and stuff, so I don't know if this was already said. But what happens once once we reach close to supply of Sergeant Ship being distributed?
What do you mean? Like, so like once it's all gone?
So yeah, like you've got like the rewards and Sergeant Ship for yeah, like once it's distributed. So
Once
you've
we're
got
at a
like
token
Defender
point.
of
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, say that again.
like so you have Defender of Doge, you earn ship rewards for that, right? And if people are buying up Sergeant Ship for yeah, exactly that. Once the tokens are gone. Sorry, I'm dealing with a migraine right now, so I'm
No,
not
it's
making much
okay because
sense.
I'm delusional myself from no sleep. If I'm understanding right, so basically, if we ever run out of tokens, we will just then each take our own private jets to meet each other in all different places of the world because then we'll be extremely rich. Because if
Okay,
we ever
sounds
ran
good.
out of tokens, that's a good problem to have. No, but I mean, like, and thank you for reminding me of that too, because we do have, a lot of people said, well, there's 50% of the tokens unlocked. There's a reason for it. There's a reason why we got double KYC by two separate companies, because obviously our community knows us. Uh, the newer people coming in don't. So we figured having two different KYCs from two different companies would definitely give some more trust to the newer people coming in. And the only reason why that much is unlocked as of this second is because obviously it needs to be allocated for the staking purposes of it, number one. So Tony has to come up with the number that'll be put into the staking router where that's going to be held. We need a substantial amount to put into our own exchange, right? That's going to be out. So we have to put it in there. And then whatever else is there, that'll all then be locked. So nobody's running around. There's no developer wallets. There's none of that. That's just there. I believe there's 60 trillion tokens that are locked as of now. And most of those, believe it or not, it's going to find a home, whether in the exchange, whether it's, people wanting to use it for NFT minting or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of use cases for us. We're very big into the use case. We don't want just tokens sitting around doing nothing. We don't want you just to say, "Oh, I got this Sergeant Shib, and my tokenomics is I'm going to earn 5% of this token I already own." Like that's boring. Like let's earn Shiba rewards. That's fun. I'm addicted to it now myself. I'm buying it. And I'm like, I need to get more because I want to just collect more Shiba rewards. I'm like, but this is kind of what I'm mentally into. That's just me. I'm a little nuts, but we don't like the idle minds. We want you guys to know that we're building use cases for pretty much everything that we have coming. And that's why when we did the whole staking with the Defender of Doge, we could have very easily said, hey, stake your DOD, you're going to earn X amount of APY in Defender of Doge. That's great. Cool. You're staking, you're going to earn some more tokens, but it's boring. So we said, let's let you stake DOD to earn Sergeant Shib. Now you're getting something else while locking up a token that in our eyes, I know it sounds funny because it's a meme name, Defender of Doge, but to us, it's our version of our stablecoin, our utility token, the main one that's going to go with every service that we offer. Again, a quick recap. If a project comes to us, a couple of them we've gotten a deposit on one. Their pre-sale launches in March. They're not right now going to be listed on our exchange because number one, our exchange isn't live yet, but they're using our staking and our NFT platform. That's a little bit different, right? We're not holding, I don't want to say a high standard because we're still vetting these people extremely well. We have to know who we're dealing with, but it's not like we're listing their project for sale, right? So if a project comes to us, their community members already own their tokens, right? They've already sold it to them. So their community's made that choice. They're coming to us just for a service, which would be staking. or NFT, hosting NFTs to do with their project. So a project, the one that we just onboarded that we got the deposit for, the terms for this project, I'll just give you, because it depends on the project. So all pricing structures are different compared to what they want. They wanted to do the basic stake, basic NFT sort of package. I'm using air quotes. So the project itself had to buy, the deposit was 10 BNB. It's a total of 20 BNB to use our services worth of Defender of Doge, not BNB. 20 BNB worth of Defender of Doge they have to purchase as a project. They have to lock those tokens for X amount of time. Say they decide to sign with us for 8 months, they want to use our services for. Those Defender of Doge tokens have to be locked for 8 months. Not only does the project itself have to own, their community members then have to own a very minimal amount of Defender of Doge. Well, I shouldn't say minimal because it depends on the size of the project. So this one, for instance, each member has to hold 0.1 BNB worth of Defender of Doge to stake, to use our NFT marketplace, to do any of that stuff. So if they want to mint on the NFT marketplace, I should say, to buy, no, you don't have to hold any Defender of Doge. So that, again, I think we created about 50 new holders from that. And that wasn't even released to their community yet. That was more of their team / friends and family that bought into Defender of Doge. And what really surprised me is because I kind of sealed the deal with that one. They're a very big ETH project. Their project is going to be on the ETH blockchain, and we convinced them to come over to the BSC side as far as using our services. So people were buying Defender of Doge. Yeah, they were buying 0.1, 0.5. Some of them were buying more, but they were meeting the requirements to come in. And that's kind of just an example of one project that's onboarding. Everybody knows about the other one that I've been working to deal with. Tony's now actually working with them on that because he's building their APY percentages to make sure they get what they want. That community currently has 18,000 members. Do the math. I mean, we released the statistics on it earlier, a couple weeks back, I think, where I don't want to misquote the numbers exactly, but they said something like X amount of percentage of their community wants to stake. So times that by, say, 14,000 out of their 18,000 holders want to use the staking platform. That in return, now you're going to add 18,000 Defender of Doge, or 14,000 Defender of Doge holders. Even though if it might be a minimal amount, it does not matter. And the reason why the projects love this so much is because while yes, we're charging them a fee, we're not charging them a fee that they're never going to be able to get back. Because if you came to me right now with your own project and you were legit and you met everything and you were like, I want to use your service. And I said, okay, you know what? I like you. You have a smaller project. Let's do for 8 BNB for you. I'll give you whatever it may be. Now, the best part about that is once your term is up, when you're done using our service, you could continue to stay with us for sure, or you can then sell your Defender of Doge. So you're getting your money back either way. But for the meantime, it's building our holder base, it's building the foundation, it's locking up more tokens. Like a lot of the newer community doesn't know, 87% of Defender of Doge is currently locked. Either locked, staked, or whatever the case may be and that's amazing for a project to have. You don't find that. You don't really see that ever. And it just goes to show the community behind it, how strong it is. And that's what our goal at Defender of Doge is, continuing to burn. I know we're all waiting for the burn reflect to come on. CoinMarketCap is working on. That's the one thing they are being extremely slow on, is updating that number. It's not like getting listed. Obviously, that's very fast. But I guess they have to just make sure everything's right, because you know how it goes. Updating circulating supply is a lot different than just listing a new token on their platform. That should be done along with the CoinGecko one is too. So long story short, that's kind of what the whole Alpha Ape network is about. Sergeant Shib, again, it's the second one. I know a lot of people ask when the third one's coming. We just launched the second one. That was the best. When's the third one coming? We launched the second one not even 24 hours ago. But there is a third one, obviously. Don't really want to get into all that much right now. Very, very, very cool idea. It's not in the realm that we've been dealing with as far as a meme token name. It's something totally different. But as we get closer to that, and that could be 6 months from now, I don't know exactly when, but you guys will all be brought up to speed well in advance.
Thank you. I've got one question on the back of that one. When's the fourth coming out?
I don't know, man. I don't know how many of these launches I could take. Oh boy, it's not easy, man.
I have a question, Mike.
Yeah.
So, a lot of holders' strategies to swap sheep for Sergeant sheep or DoD. So since they're not swapping for BNB or any stable token, do you think holders should be incentivized to do that and keep funds within the project ecosystem? And for that, maybe the whale mechanism or tax should be different.
Are you mean like, so you're talking about like reinvesting the SHIB rewards back into
Right.
Sergeant?
Yeah. So the 3 tokens and the 4th maybe when it comes out. So just swapping within it's like recycling within the same.
Yeah. I get you. I mean, that's definitely something, it's a great recommendation. I'll ask Tony if it's something that if it's doable and it makes sense to the community. Another thing too is I know a lot of people start talking about governance. I'm probably saying it wrong because I'm extremely tired, but we want to come to you guys. We want you guys to. That's why I was in VC a lot today. And Charles finally told me get out. He's like, you have an AMA later. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I better go for a while. I like to come to you guys and kick ideas around, and like, we're not the stubborn people. We're not the kings. We're not the rulers. We're just like you. I'm an investor just like you. I don't, I want to come to you guys and say, give me an idea. I want to run with it. Like I've told everybody in here before, if you start your own project, put me on your whitelist. I'm buying in. I'm going to support you guys just the way you support all of us. It's just the way I believe. Again, just my personal life. That's me. But I really do appreciate, the feedback from you guys and the ideas that you have. I mean, some of them we've taken and run with, and we've made come to real life from ideas from community members. So this is an open platform. We really do want to institute some sort of where the people have the say. I mean, the people of the community should have the say on what we do at all times. This is not a dictatorship. We're not here to rule with an iron fist. We want to come to you like the micro investing. I brought it to the community today. I asked them their thoughts on it. It was pretty much unanimous. Yeah, let's do it, and we're making it happen. Maybe we'll come up with some sort of voting mechanism. I know some other projects do that as far as governance, I think it's called, and that sort of thing. But I just want you guys to all feel like you are part of the team. I look at you guys as all team members. Yes, some will go, some will stay. Some will go, stay, come back again. That's just crypto. That's how it works. Just know that you're never going to have enemies here. And, you could tell me to go F myself. Tomorrow's another day. I'm a New Yorker. I could eat it. I've been living here for 42 years. You could tell me to go F myself. And then tomorrow we can sit down and have coffee. Every day is a new day. But you guys all matter. And I'm not trying to be sappy. And maybe I am. I'm a little tired. I don't know. But, it's like, I want everybody here, from the women in crypto to people that are new to DeFi, to the veterans of DeFi that have been around the game, who have gotten their battle scars and taken their lumps. Like, I was in your place, man. I told you I was out. I was done with DeFi. I wasn't doing it anymore. I was still going to just hold my Litecoin, my ETH, Bitcoin, everything, Cardano, what I got. But I was done on the DeFi end of things because I was just so tired of it. Because I want to be involved because I love the technology behind it. And I do believe it's the future. I do believe, obviously, blockchain is the future. NFTs are the future, not just for art, but for a lot of other things coming. So it's something that I want to stay actively involved in, and I kind of landed right in the right spot for what I want to be able to do. And to me, it's not about the money, guys. It really isn't. It's just about building something that's going to be beneficial for people to come. It's crazy because I walk in my house all the time. I said, "Who wants to learn about blockchain technology?" And I ask my kids. I got 4 kids. They look at me like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "You guys are going to know one day. Trust me, because it's all that's what these new generations are going to be. Nothing but coders and that sort of thing." And I'm old, but not that old, man. I can still learn some new tricks.
I'm sending mine to school, and she'll be 6 this year, but she's going to school this year. That's when they start allowing them to go. She's going. That's facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
She plays too much Roblox. I gotta say that. She likes to build houses and stuff.
My oldest is a senior in college, man. I mean, and then I got my youngest is 8, and I got 2 in between. So you want to talk about, dude? Oh my God, yeah. I'm sure a lot of people in here have some kids too, so they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got the first question. When am I going to get some Roblox or Robux or whatever it's called? And I'm like,
that's like my kids. That's my kids with the Fortnite, the Fortnite things. I want to buy the skins in Fortnite. What are you doing? I'm telling you, these kids are addicted to that stuff, man. It's bad.
So I will let her code so she can create them.
It's only $20, Dad.
Yeah,
that's where it starts.
100 times you've bought it.
Yeah, those V-Bucks cards are expensive. They're very expensive. Santa got him because mommy won't buy them.
Yeah. The best is my 8-year-old. I must have done it one time for him. Like, don't worry. Like, I'll go in there and I'll buy you. I don't know. It comes like a package of whatever for like $30. And knowing my dumb ass, I didn't delete my credit card information. And they don't know any better. And next thing you know, I'm getting all these alerts on my phone. I'm like, what's happening right now? And sure enough, there he was, just buying away.
Oh, that's the worst mistake, man. That credit card. But yeah, I know we're recording, so I don't want to keep going on. But
yeah, hey, real quick, if I could give Jules a shout out.
Do what, Alpha?
I wanted to give Jules and all the ladies in crypto in our space
a
shout out,
man. We can't shout them out enough.
I went into the chat room the other day, and there was like 6 women, and I was the only guy, and I was like, "Oh, this is a crypto first right here."
They beat up on it. We're gonna rule the world one day.
You already do.
Better believe it.
Anyway, I've never ran into that in crypto. I just thought it was cool, and I'd point it out and tell Jules, thanks for getting everybody organized. That's awesome.
That is awesome. That is
awesome. Love you guys, and we appreciate how comfortable it is to be in the space. If it wasn't, we wouldn't all be here, and that's for sure. So thank you guys. All of you, as we say it a million times. But you guys make this a safe place for us to feel comfortable, and we can't thank you enough. Well, at least I know I can.
We're on the same page.
Too, right?
Yes.
And Luca, thank you for working with Faye for 12 hours to get her wallet connected. I appreciate
it. No problem.
Time well served. Apologies too. I know that one of them got inadvertently banned yesterday. I'm not too sure what happened. I talked to Jules about it, so apologies. I don't know if she's in here, but it happens. Especially on a launch day like that. I don't know. It could have just been a freak thing. I don't know. What happened.
It was that new bot, man. It was that new bot. I got a lot of it. I had to clear up. I figured it easier to go back and add them back through the main thing, but. Yeah, it was the new bot, and people weren't used to clicking in and signing in once they come in the room, and if they don't sign in a certain time, it bans them.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, well, yesterday it got crazy with of course we get the bot attack during the launch. I mean, that's typical.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, though, that guy was sophisticated because I told you Rose shorted out. She wouldn't listen. Rose got fired, had to implement com bots and all different other ones during the time. but we got through it. And
Yes.
please, I know I heard somebody got scammed yesterday. Guys, please don't ever click on any links anybody sends you. They will clean you out. Nobody's ever going to say you need to connect your wallet here for verification purposes or anything like that. Just always know that anything you do like that, it's just bad news. You might see DMs from somebody claiming to be me, Charles. They impersonate everybody. I mean, there's a whole other Sergeant Shib chat right now with 18,000 members in it. Believe it or
Yeah,
not,
luckily.
I think somebody was running a pink sale yesterday with the
Yes.
Sergeant Shib token.
A fake pink sale.
A fake pink sale. Yeah,
Yes.
so just very, very careful. Anything we officially put out will always go out from number one, it'll be on the website if it's something, that we're coming out with. But the announcement channel, it's very important. A lot of people keep notifications off on, Telegram like I do because you get 1,000 of them a day. The Sergeant Shib announcement channel, which I think I'll post a link right here. This is like you could keep, mute everything else, but just keep this on because obviously it's not like everything goes out constantly on here. This is just like kind of, this is happening type thing. So if you join that, it's just an announcement channel. It's not an active chat. It'll just notify you, obviously, if something of importance. We do have the Defender of Doge newsletter that you can also sign up for on the site, defenderofdoge.com. It's going to encompass a lot of the Alpha Ape stuff as well. So that's just something we'll be working on as well too. So
the only help desk is the voice chat.
Yes. Pretty much. And like I tell everybody all the time, if you are inside of one of the rooms, you'll see in our official rooms, you'll see that some people will send you a message. They're outside of the room, not joined, but they're looking at all of the users and sending messages. That's the type of games they play. I've been checking them out for the last 3-4 months and trying to figure out how they move and distort them. Yesterday, we probably did save a lot of people because those messages that we had some of the mods go in there and put this is not a real site to get to the real site and put our Telegram channel in there, and those are still up, I think. So they weren't too sophisticated, but that, like I said, that's just one of the ways that these people try to get into your information and, steal your tokens or steal, your information. You steal your seed phrases. That's how they do it. So please be careful when you're in these chats and make sure when you're sending a message to someone, just take your time, go back to the main page, hit if you're in Sergeant Sheep, hit Sergeant Sheep and go down to the person that sent you the message. If they say they're a moderator, their name should be in that list as an administrator or a mod. And if their name is in there, click on that name and make sure that message is still there. That's just a safety precaution for everyone that's new to Telegram, that's old to Telegram. When you get these messages, please just check up. It's just like you don't want to give your bank information to anybody. You want to give it to the owners of the bank and the people that's doing your transactions at the bank only. So please just take care of yourself and be safe.
Yep, and I just posted that list in this chat and in the Sergeant Sheep chat.
Also, one while we're touching base on that too, for people that are newer to crypto, you're going to get dust tokens in your wallet. Obviously, it's when people send you projects, they dust token everybody. We get them by the thousands. Some of them have monetary value to them. Do not ever try to sell them. Don't do it. It's a backdoor that they use to get into your wallet. Never, ever, ever interact with dust tokens that are in your wallet that just randomly appear. Don't ever try to. It might look good. You might say, "Wow, all of a sudden I got $10,000. Let me go sell this," and you're giving them the backdoor to clean out your wallet. So, just a little crypto advice: don't ever do it. If you didn't buy the token, don't even interact with it. Just leave it there.
Yes,
Charles, that holder list is complete, and I emailed it to you.
All right, perfect.
Gentlemen, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Faye.
Hey, Faye.
Hi, I just wanted to quickly say I heard you thanking Luca for all his help helping me. And that's great, that's wonderful. But I also wanted the opportunity to thank Luca and Nicole. Um, Everybody's been really great and supportive. And over the last few days, I couldn't have accomplished the goals that I did and get my Sergeant Shib if it wasn't for those two, especially. Um, just really wanted to put it out there that they were amazing. Not only were they extremely helpful, they were patient, they were supportive. Um, and if it's necessary to talk slower, if I ask them to just go a little bit slower, they just they listened, supportive and patient, and it was awesome. And I just can't say enough about them. They really went out of their way, and thank you. You got good people going there, and just listening to you guys tonight, it's good. Feels good. Feels right. Thank you.
And
Thanks,
Faye, I
Faye.
tell you right now, that means more to me than anything else because right there, that's the type of stuff I look for satisfaction. It's not the money. It's somebody who coming in, who's newer, who needs the help and got taught the right thing. And you're absolutely right. Everybody that works here is that works here. I mean, yes, it is work. I shouldn't say it's definitely work. Uh, I'm extremely grateful for them all too. Like I said, I couldn't have handpicked a better group of people that join these communities. It's just the way it worked out. Things happen in life for a reason, and it did. And I'm thankful you were able to get everything sorted out.
I was, and if I could just add quickly too, like Pip is great too, and I know like I'm just starting to learn all their names in here, but anybody I spoke to, even just briefly, they were just because you do, this is DeFi is a world of, oh my gosh, you get butterflies in your stomach, and I'm one of those people that was a bit of an amateur for the last few years and doing it on my own, whatever you want to call it. That's what I was doing. We did well a couple of times, and we got hacked once that caused my sister to hide out for 7 days. And it was so to be able to speak to Luca and Nicole and the other moderators on here and have them make me feel safe after what I've went through. Yeah, it restored my faith in DeFi in this whole world. So I'll leave it at that.
Faye, I'm so
Wow.
glad you're here with us.
Wow.
I'm so
Definitely
glad you came
appreciate that,
over.
Faye.
Thank
Thank
you.
Yes.
you.
Faye, I'm
Thank
glad you got all everything sorted out.
All right, group hug, group hug.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm here
man,
to
that's
stay.
awesome.
I'm here to stay. Yeah,
No, Faye's
yeah,
right. These group of minds could, like Mike said, it couldn't have been handpicked better. These ladies and gentlemen are on top of it all the way around.
yeah.
That's my support system. These ladies and gentlemen are my support system. We've been there for each other, and I love them. They're just like my brothers and sisters, and we all work together every day. We talk to each other every day. Some of us fall asleep with each other every day,
Most
but
nights.
yeah. So
And
so it's
just
awesome.
remember, Faye, yesterday was the
Yeah.
token launch when everybody was super busy, and we still found the time because we know it matters.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I, I'm not. I already told Luke and Nicole. I said, you know what? When I get rich with this, not if, when I do, I will not forget those names. I will not forget them.
Awesome, awesome.
No. And you can take that for whatever it is. But I mean, no, I totally get that what you're saying. And that's the kind of person I am too. Like somebody goes that little extra mile to make sure that you feel good and comfortable. And again, like you say, it's not about the money. Um, like they don't know me, never met me in my life, and I live in Canada.
No,
God knows where they live, but they made sure I was safe and I was looked after. So I don't know how much better you can get than that.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
it's so kind
That's
of
my
say
case.
thank you.
I'm doing
Women
I've
in
got tears
crypto
in my eyes. I'm not
representing.
gonna lie. It felt amazing helping you and knowing you were getting through it step by step. And I heard it in your voice. You came on to voice chat, and
introduced yourself, but you did. You wanted some privacy and you had your
Yeah.
reasonings, and I understood that. I completely understood that. So I am I'm choking up a little bit, but I am so very thankful that you are feeling
Yeah.
a lot more comfortable with it. I'm thankful for that. And you're surrounded by amazing people, like Charles said, brothers and sisters. We stick together. I love this community. I really do.
Right on.
All right.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna have
Mike, go
to
to sleep.
Yeah.
No, we gotta stop recording first.
I'm gonna
I
be
got
going
you
out.
guys.
You gotta
I'll stop
finish
recording.
that.
Do you
Go
have
to sleep. You can only work so many hours in 48 of them.
I know.
do you
But
want
what
me
I'll
to
do
stop
is, hey
recording
guys,
or
listen,
you
I
can?
want to
Oh,
just,
sorry.
yeah, before I go, thank you guys all again. You're all amazing. I'm gonna obviously I'll be in and out of voice chat all week. So if anybody has any questions, I'm gonna keep you guys up to date by the minute. When I find out stuff, I'll be right in there to talk to you guys about it, and I will get Tony to come in, if not tomorrow, maybe Friday. What's today? Wednesday or Friday? Maybe Friday during the day. Get Tony to come in to kind of give you guys an update on the dev side, even though it'll be during the day. But maybe he can, record it so this way people can hear it later on if they're working or whatever. So thank you guys. You're amazing. Any questions, as always, DM me. If anybody's having any problems with those wallets, still not getting reflection, DM to me and I'll send them right over to Tony. And I'll talk to you guys later. See you.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Mike.
Good night,
Good
Mike.
everybody.
Thank you.
Mike.
Night.
Night, night.
That's his signature. Deuces.